Sometimes the fastest, most efficient route between 2 points on the Vendée Globe course is not the shortest, most direct course. Usually it is. But occasionally something big and brutal blocks the way and prudent, avoiding action is needed, and that often means sailing more miles. Such is the case for the leaders on the 10th edition of the solo non-stop round-the-world race. Now well into the Indian Ocean, a big depression Wednesday through Thursday is set to yield winds gusting in excess of 50 knots and bad, confused seas, and so avoiding action seems to be the best option. It's all a bit complicated. Our goal is to position ourselves as best we can to take this depression that is coming downwind at us and to put ourselves in winds, which are negotiable, explained Yannick Bestaven, Maître CoQ V, today, the current Vendée Globe champion. There has been a bit of restart for me, the real Vendée Globe has started, and this month of December is about making it all the way to Cape Horn for the 1st of January. Yesterday it seemed like there were still 2 options, but the winner of the 2020-2021 race cautions today there is no longer a passage via the south. And that was conclusively confirmed by Christian Dumard, the weather consultant for the race. All the solo sailors will logically pass to the north of the system. To go lower in latitude they would suffer in the system for much longer, but also with more wind and more seas, and would find themselves upwind at some point. The longer route to the north is far from ideal, but it keeps them safe from gusts of 65 knots and 10-meter waves, but it will extend their course by up to 500 miles, going north of the Kerguelens archipelago. But the leading trio Charlie Dahlin, Massif Santi Prevoyance, Yoann Richim, Paprikakia, Sebastian Simon, Groupe du Broye, seem set to be hit by it as it widens as it advances as they route towards the east. They don't seem to have a lot of options. Behind them Thomas Ruyant, Vulnerable, Jeremy Bear, Charles, Nicholas Lundven, Holcim, PRB, Sam Goodchild, Vulnerable, and Yannick Bestaven still have the choice to slant north. We will still get 40 to 45 knots, which is strong but ultimately a bit like usual strong stuff in the south, summarized the skipper of Maître CoQ V, who is preparing as best he can to deal with the first hot potatoes of his Vendée Globe. Today is the boat inspection day. Preparation for the heavy weather is underway, getting ready to set the appropriate small sails, said Bestaven, who was taking advantage of the modest conditions to batten everything down and prepare. It is very much the same for those who are following behind him, who will get the system first. We are now really getting into the thick of things in the Vendée Globe. For us, rounding the Cape of Good Hope is really not going to be easy, and at the same time, when I see what the front runners are going to get into, I can see that everyone is in the same boat. With a little time lag, we are going to take it hard, concluded Alan Rourard, Hublot. Whilst he is by no means relishing the tough conditions on his robust Malaysia Sea Explorer, German, Boris Hermann, is building confidence and making miles. Hermann crossed the longitude of the Cape of Good Hope this afternoon at 14:33 hours UTC in 12th place, but moved up to 11th shortly after. He reported today, the sea state through the Agulhas current has been difficult and it has not been easy to keep the boat moving well. I am really not sure what to think about the coming days, because between 100% and 90% of Polar's potential optimum speed, there are 2 completely different scenarios. If I am fast and close to 100%, I can get towards the east. If I am slower, I get closer to the low pressure, and maybe even end up upwind, and so I am trying to stick to the fast easterly option, but I really work step by step because the scenario changes a lot. Hermann added, we are in 26 and sometimes 29 knots, and so this is quite a good wind. We are already fast and don't get much quicker with more wind. But definitely the sea state is key in this part of the Indian Ocean, and it is a challenge I am really looking forwards to getting to the east here, to get into the rhythm of the south and building my confidence. There has been a bit of restart for me, the real Vendée Globe has started, and this month of December to make it all the way to Cape Horn for the 1st of January. I crossed Justine this morning, just half a mile away, and so I gained on her overnight.
Hi, good morning everyone. There's still a bit of sun outside, water coming over deck now. It is now the Southern Ocean sails are up, the small Gennaker, one reef, everything else stacked in the back. There was a pretty big operation this morning, taking the one sail down, putting it in the back, the J0, and then everything, strapping it on, and yeah, put the small Gennaker up, taking a reef, so on. But it's all good. I'm quite tired now. We'll have a nap. That was a good workout. Just after that, I had a live call with the Vendée Globe. All is good on board so far. It's tough today because of the bad sea state due to the Agulhas current, and it's hard to make really good averages in this. And we will be happy when we are out of the Agulhas current, which is swirling up the sea and making it really, really bouncy. And sometimes the boat stops a bit in the wave, even our boat. So wind is up and down, 24 to 29 I've seen. Rough conditions today. We'll see how well I can rest in this. I hope so. And yeah, I wish you a good start in the week. We are passing Cape of Good Hope in a few hours, and then Cap Agulhas in the afternoon. Cap Agulhas is another cape, 100 kilometers east in South Africa, which is the frontier between Indian Ocean and Atlantic Ocean, which also gives the name to the current that messes up the sea here, the Agulhas current. So that's happening today, and we have 2 jibes to do. Then we will be on a longer starboard into the east with pretty strong winds tomorrow probably. So yeah, we are here, Southern Ocean. Here we come. That's we're right in the game. I mean, in the reality of it, it is rougher, much rougher than I remembered, and we'll now adapt to this. And first of all, get a bit of rest. Ciao. Talk later.
On croise ouais, genre à 0,5 000, donc pas loin de route de collision.
Hello, Sam, in the middle of the Indian Ocean. It's a little bit flat and calm. We've come north to avoid the worst of the depression that's coming through in the next few days, which means we're having to go through this light patch of wind. Wasn't the easiest decision to make. Was the easiest decision to make as to how much to come north. So I've lost quite a few miles doing it, but I'm not alone, so we'll see what happens. And use the chance to do a big systems check. We've got a few things to keep an eye on. There's a rudder bearing that's got a little bit of play in it, and there's a few things which are just needed to keep an eye on, but nothing major, nothing yet anyway. And it looks like we're gonna have a very nice sunset in an hour or two, and I'm gonna enjoy my very last fresh fruit, an orange, before it goes off, and I'll appreciate that. Hopefully I won't get scurvy. But no, all good on board otherwise. Hope everyone's well on land. See ya.
Petit moment de plaisir là, ça déboule sur les vagues, sans trop mouiller. Le bateau il vole à moitié là. Ouh, ça fait du bien, je vais me faire un changement de voile. attaquer les transitions aujourd'hui avant d'être rattrapé par la grosse tempête.
Aujourd'hui c'est 1er décembre et du coup petit calendrier de l'Avent, ça c'est cool, donc je vais ouvrir le premier aujourd'hui. Ça sent les fêtes. Alors, number one. J'adore les cadeaux. Ouh là 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 là, mais il y a de la décoration de Noël. Et c'est parti. Allez gommettes. Ça va finir là hein. Allez c'est parti. Non mais à part ça c'est trop cool parce que là on a récupéré du vent là, cette nuit là c'était un peu, c'était même très sport hein, très sport cette nuit, pourtant il n'y avait pas tant, hein. Il y avait 24, 25 nœuds, j'ai décidé de faire assez bas parce qu'en fait c'est un peu à la mode dans la flotte là, quand t'es avec des bateaux à dérive autour là, les mecs qui font 150 du vent, sous speed, tracteur. En fait, tu vas vite dans les coins, mais tu vas vite dans les coins, quoi. Du coup, qu'est-ce qui se passe à la fin? Ils sont devant. J'essaie de glisser avec eux. Là, ça a payé. Là, cette nuit-là, c'était vachement mieux. Bon, il y a toujours monnayeur, là. Pépin qui a envoyé le pépin, là. Hein, mais j'ai pas dit mon dernier mot. Voilà, la bagarre est chouette. Croisé Cali cette nuit. C'est croisé 2 fois, d'ailleurs. Là ça y est, là je suis bien repassé devant. Non c'est cool, c'est intense. Le bateau il est tout le temps à 22, 20, 25 nœuds, c'est cool. Et puis voilà, c'est ambiance un peu sud quoi. Là, il fait pas grand beau, plutôt grisou. La mer est encore courte là, on s'est fait des plantées cette nuit. Plantées, débarrautage, et je sais pas, j'ai dû mettre 5 minutes à remettre le bateau à plat. Il était vautré le bordel. Voilà quoi. Voilà, on est en mode triple head, en mode poney. Voilà, on attaque. C'est cool. Le gros du job là-dedans là, c'est d'arriver à se reposer parce qu'en fait, c'est très compliqué. Voilà, très compliqué. Cette nuit c'était vraiment à s'y projeter dans le bateau. Donc voilà, j'ai réussi à enchaîner au bout du jour quelques petites siestes. Petites. Mais ça pique un peu quoi. Ça pique un peu. Et puis comme j'ai pas voulu réduire parce que fallait aller vite, et ça plantait fort quoi. Et là j'ai pas utilisé la bonne partie de mon cerveau quoi. Côté intelligent, j'ai pas utilisé cette nuit, je l'ai enlevé, j'ai dit bourrine, j'ai bourriné. Voilà, on est par 34 sud là. Je maintiens le short. Je pense que la nuit prochaine on va passer à petite sous-couche.
Alors, petit paquet de mes enfants. Puis je dois ouvrir le 1er décembre. Donc c'est le bonjour. Oh. Ah, génial. Et ben voilà, c'est mon petit calendrier de l'Avent. Trop bien. Avec des petites histoires. La première, les 9 reines du Père Noël s'appellent Tornade, Danseur, Fringant, Furie, Comète, Cupidon, Tonnerre, Éclair et Rudolph. Voilà, j'ai un petit bonbon Petit bonbon créma, trop bien. Top, merci les enfants.